do something, make it shoot. I do a lot of dynamic shots. I do a lot of movement. I do a lot of storytelling, and in my shoots, it's kind of like one of my things that I do is the storytelling. So I tell me a story. I tell the client, the model, tell me a story of this. Like, tell me a story of you waiting for your loved one, and they're not coming, and you're like this, you know, where is he? And we capture that body language, we capture that
Mm-hmm.
movement, we capture those poses, those emotions, and that looks natural because the person is actually playing that story in their head, and it works amazingly well. We get absolutely stunning pictures. I do a lot of shoots with non-professional models specifically for the reason of getting those stories right, getting this approach right. So when I work with clients, I get stunning images out of people who never posed in their life, and they couldn't do it if their life depended on it. But through telling the story with their face and their body language, they
Mm-hmm.
get to these amazing poses, they get these amazing pictures. And I actually, one of my success stories, a model, I got a girl who's just started the model. It was her second or third photo shoot. She had no idea how to pose. She had no idea what to do. I gave her a story. She played it out, and three weeks later, I kid you not, 3 weeks later, it got published in the magazine.
Wow.
She approached them. She showed them the pictures. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And it's just because she was telling a story instead of just trying to pose.
Mm-hmm.
So
In you done theater, I done theater. In the theater, we do tongue twisters,
yeah,
and like we practice our voice, so it's it's get comfortable before we go on screen. So same thing with the posing. We can ask them. I do this sometimes. I ask them, "Can you look like Michelle Obama? Can you look like a Melania Trump? Can you do like Kim Kardashian? Do like a funny face, a Booth face?" So by practicing and asking them to picture particular look, they get comfortable and they start showing their picture. The way they the way they want to look and the way they want to portray it once they know, and then they can start following your directions and kind of listen up what you do. Okay, cool. Let's see what else we have on our agenda, guys. And my next question is, how do we show the images from the shoot? This is a delicate subject. Obviously, bonjorno photography is not something that usually people don't put up on Facebook or like social media. What's the way to show? It's not like you can have a portfolio. I don't think your clients will appreciate to being unless they want to be exhibitionist to demonstrate their parts in portfolio. Is there like a personal sessions when you come in and you can show on a computer, or is there like a by password, like so you can copy images? Like is there like a way to properly demonstrate the portfolio and what could be done? Like, or let's say you can do, okay, in this picture she's fully covered, but we can do something like that when actually not much covered.
all of the above. Actually, well, I already said that I'm shooting with professional models, so that's one of the ways to
Mm-hmm.
showcase that. And of course, each photo shoot has their model release, which legally allows me to display those pictures anywhere I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Same as with the model, so it's kind of beneficial for the model as well. Some customers actually like to show their pictures, and you'd be surprised how many of them do. So that's not a problem. And again, if they want to show the pictures, I ask for permission if I can do the same thing. If I can, I get a written again model release, same thing, and we discuss which specific pictures they're okay with me showing. For example, they may show something more open, but I'm not allowed to show it, and I only get to show
Mm-hmm.
something more covered. There are certain things that I can show on the computer, again, as per client agreement with the client. But ultimately, I do so many shoots with models. Almost every idea I practice with models because they're more professional. It's easier for them to get into certain things. They're more comfortable doing certain things. So I get to practice my part of the craft because I can rely on them to do their part. So when I go with the client to do the same thing with the client, I already know what I need to do, and I can guide the client of doing this to do the same thing. And in terms of showing the pictures, some photo shoots just don't get shown at all. It's all up to the
What
client.
about legal aspect of, let's say, someone does the pictures, let's say, just to show for herself and her, loved one, and someone does it because they are, have, some like I don't know, like a prostitute or like a sex business, and they want to update their portfolio for the porn website. Like, how do you know who are your clients? How do you understand what's the purpose of the behind the production? You don't want to get a phone call from the like law enforcement, and we see your pictures on such and such website, like, and you guys are, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, you always know. I've been around this barbecue before, and I have an idea, and I work with some professionals. I work with the kink community in New York and DC.
Mm-hmm.
I got published recently in the Kink magazine, so I know exactly what I'm doing and how it works. And it's always discussed beforehand. It's over the rights to the pictures. The real problem there is which rights which party has to the pictures. It's not like, oh, you have your pictures on some website. Yeah, I did it because I have, this is the model release. It was agreed between me and the model, and she gets to distribute her pictures. I get to distribute mine, and this is where I posted them. So in that sense, we're both clear in the eye of the law. And if somebody steals the pictures, then it's a whole another can of worms. It's not something
Right.
you can prevent. If you once you post it on the web, it's basically up for grabs, unfortunately. And but in terms of legal precedents, the only thing I've seen is people stealing pictures. I haven't seen people not doing something else.
Got you. Can you please share with the audience? Hopefully, I'm pretty sure some folks would like to talk to you, and maybe book you for some private gigs. Your website, your Instagram.
Well, the best way to contact me either through my website, wannaglow.com, WANNAGLOW.com, or my Instagram. It's Commander Pirks, Commander PIRX, and just give me a call. We'll talk.
Thank you.